Wow, it's a great pleasure to have you watch this video today. This video is going to teach you how to set up the school management system. There's something very special in this application, unlike others you can find out there. This application enables you to manage your school online or offline. We understand the internet condition right here in Nigeria. So unlike what most people have done in the industry, we have to develop our own application in such a way that it can also serve any school perfectly running on a local server without passing through the distress of poor internet connection in this part of the world. Let me quickly get started. Having purchased the online school management system, it won't be meaningful to you until you use it to set up your online management school interface. To be able to use this application online, you need to have a running website on the internet. How do you have a website? You simply pay any domain name registrar and also get them to host the website for you. Every website on the internet has a cPanel. When this website is hosted, ask your hosting providers to provide you with the cPanel of the website, because it is with the cPanel you can set up the application. And of course, you know the application I'm talking about is the school management system. So to access the cPanel of your website, you kindly go to a browser and type the name of the website /cPanel. cPanel actually means control panel. As I said earlier, your hosting provider is going to provide you with the username and password of the cPanel to your website which they've hosted. I'm not going to call mine, it's going to be confidential. So I don't expect you to also tell anyone your cPanel login details, because if they have access to your cPanel login details, they can actually terminate your entire website in a split of seconds. So please take note, the cPanel details should be confidential and it should be provided to you by your hosting company. I'm going to click on login. Okay, it's logging in successfully. It takes me to the cPanel interface. Since I used the right details, I'm going to click on File Manager. Setting up this application is very simple, as you're going to see in this video. It doesn't take more than 5 minutes. I'll click on File Manager. I clicked on Go. My file manager is empty, there are no files. I'm going to click on Upload. Upload, that means I want to upload that application into a live server. So I'll click on Browse. Clicking on Browse means I want to locate where I have that particular file I want to upload in my local computer. So I'll click on Documents. This is the file here on my own computer. After you buy the application, you can save it in any direction in your own computer. It depends on you. So I'll click on it. My file manager will start uploading that file into my server. It's still uploading, as you can see. 18%. The file is not large, so 26%. Still uploading. 35%. In a very little time, the upload will be done, and we'll proceed with the other sections of this setup process of the application. 61%, 73%. And the application comes, or the application is delivered to our clients in a zip format. So what we're uploading now is the zip format of this application. Can you see that the application is completed? Complete. And the file size is 2.63 megabytes. So I'll come back to my file manager. I'll click on Go. Clicking on Go means I want to refresh this section. Now you can see the file right there in the file manager. I'm going to click on it, right click on it, and extract. I'll click on extract files. The application is done extracting. I'm going to click on close. You can see right now in the file manager that two files are not displayed on my file manager, the zip and the unzipped. So I'll click on the zip one and delete it off because it's no longer needed. Meanwhile, I'm going to double click on the unzip one so I can access the files in it. So these are the files in it. I'll click on select all and I'll come to move file. I want to move this file to the root directory of this website. Currently, if you see, it is in location called /xman. I don't want that. I want to be on the root directory. So I'll delete that off and click on move files. Guess this video is making sense to you. The sense of this video is to get you set up this application on your own after making a purchase. Okay, so at this point in time, we've got our files right in the file manager. The next thing to do, please follow me carefully. I'll come back to my cPanel first interface. I'll scroll down and click on MySQL Database Wizard. I'll click on it. Okay, you don't ask me to create a database. I will just type anything and I'll click on next step. You don't ask me to create a database user. I'm going to type anything. Remember, your password has to be confidential. And it's always good to use strong passwords so your website can't be easily hacked or your database can't be easily injected by robots. So I'll click on create user. Okay, at this point, the wizard wants to link the database to a user or link the user to a database. So I'm going to select all privileges and click on next step. Interesting. So the wizard has created a database for me and has linked it to a user. So once this is done, I'll come back to my file manager. I'll locate a folder called functions. I'll click on functions. I'll click on connection. So this connection file is where you connect the application itself to the database you've created for it to run perfectly on the internet. Please take note, I'll be editing from line 2 to line 5 accordingly. Just watch what I'm going to do. The first one, I'm going to type localhost. Localhost, the database name, remember we created the database name, so I'll come over here. This is my database name. Sorry, the user created the database user. The password I used, I'm going to type it here. Visible at this point because this point is meant to be confidential by the site admin. And this is the database name we created. Once this is done, I'm going to click on save to update the file. So we are trying to connect this application to the database on a live server. Remember, the application is going to be handling lots of files and information, so it has to be database dependent. So I'll click on save changes. The application has been updated to the database parameters created. The next thing I'm going to do is to come to the website, type the name of the website, the URL. I'm just using this website for illustration purposes. If you go there tomorrow, you see a different thing, don't get surprised. You just illustrate this video. So the next thing you do is to type the name of your website where this application is being deployed /setup.php, just as I've done here on the screen. Now I'm going to click on load. Okay, it brings me the interface. Right here, I'm also going to provide same information I just updated in the connection.php file. What's my database username? I'm going to pick this, it's over here. Database password. So this is the database name itself. After providing this information, I'm going to click on import tables. I'll click on it now. It takes me to the second step of the setup process. What's the school name? Now, let's assume I'm deploying this school for, remember the application, this application has two types of licenses, the university license and the primary/secondary school license, meaning you can deploy this application for the classes or levels of schools we have in Nigeria. So the school name, let me quickly get a visual school. Let me say okay, now let me just say University of Victory. The URL, just copy this URL here in which you're deploying this application and paste there. Please take note. Then the next one, depending on the license you bought, is it university license or is primary/secondary school? Remember, the installation is just the same process. Just that when you get to this stage, you have to be specific on the type of license you got. It is the license you got that determines the fixtures that will be updated with this information when the setup is done. So I'm going to click on university. I'll click on it, meaning I want to install the university format of this application, or version rather, university version of this application. What color do you want the application to have? Okay, I want this application to have the green color, so I'll tick green and click on save. Once that is done, it takes me to the last stage of the setup process, asking me to provide the license key. At this point, you have to input the key you got from your provider that sold the application for you. And once this application is put rightly, trust me, the app is set. Right now, you can see the license key in the dialog box provided for it. So once you have your license key from your provider of this application, just click on enter. And this is the last step of activating the school management system. So you click on continue. Right here before us, as you can see, is the application fully loaded on a live server. Let me quickly tell you something. This is not the main website of the school. This is just the online automated section or interface of the school portal. Let me give you a case study. What most schools does is their automated section of their website is mostly on a subdomain. So it all depends on what the school want to achieve. Like for instance, let me take Uniport via my alumni to illustrate this. They have their website uniport.edu.ng. That's the website where all their informations are being displayed. But their automated section where people can check results, compare results, do all and all and all, it's in a subdirectory called ecampus. That's just the way it works. You can see it now, ecampus.uniport.edu.ng. So this is where they have their own school management system uploaded. So you can do the same thing with the school, with this school app. This school mostly run on a subdomain. You get my point? So let me quickly, you can see it here, University of Victory School Management System. Let me quickly log in. The default login of this application for the master access is the admin. with the ID called admin, password called admin. This is the master access. It is with this admin you will now go on to create login for other access level in this application. So I'll click on login so I can start configuring the entire system to work perfectly for this university which or where I'm deploying the application. So you can see the application interface. This is the interface you get when you buy the university license. It comes with a different interface when you order for the primary/secondary school license, and they also have different features. So this is everything about the setup of the school application. Configuring and managing that application will be taught in the next video. Thank you very much for your patronage.